pleasant and blessed day to all of you, my dear viewers. Welcome to Ma'am Jack's Math Tutorials. Today we will be talking about addition and subtraction of similar fractions and mixed fractions. But before we start, let's have a short review about fraction. What does it mean by fraction? When we say fraction, it is a part of a whole. Okay? And how about the numbers involved? What do we call them? So for example, we have 4/5. So 4 here is what we call the numerator. And 5 is the denominator. Okay? How about, when can we say that a fraction or fractions are similar? Okay, when we have the same or they have the same denominator. So for example, we have 2/4 and 1/4. So 2/4 and 1/4 are similar fractions because they have the same denominator. Now let's go to our rule in adding or subtracting similar fractions. The first rule is just add or subtract the numerators, then copy the denominator. Then after that, reduce the answer to the lowest term if possible. So if it's possible only. Okay, let's have the first example. We have here 5/15 plus 4/15. So our rule is just add the numerator. So we have 5 plus 4, that is equal to 9 over, what are we going to do with the denominator? We're just going to copy it. So over 15. And then it says in our rule that we have to reduce the answer to lowest term if possible. Now, when can we or how can we identify if the answer is still can be reduced to lowest term? By identifying if 9 and 15 have what we call the greatest common factor. So still we're going to use the GCF, our lesson, past lesson. Okay, so let's find the GCF of 9 and 15 using the continuous division. So let us list 9 and 15 horizontally, and then is there a common factor or prime factor of 9 and 15? Yes, we have 3. So divide 9 by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Okay? So, do we still have prime factors for 3 and 5? No more. So, we have to stop there. So, let's get 3. So, 3 is the greatest common factor. And divide the answer, or both numbers, the numerator and the denominator, by the greatest common factor. So we have to divide 9 by 3. So 9 divided by 3, let's write or first. 9 divided by 3 is 3 over 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay, so this is now the lowest term or the lowest answer or your final answer. Okay, now let's have subtraction. I'll be using the same equation just like in the addition for you to be able to understand well. Now, it's just, the difference is just the equation, the operation, but the rule is the same. So let's have 5/15 minus 4/15. So the rule is we just have to add or subtract. So let's subtract the numerator. 5 minus 4, that is equal to 1 over, what will you do with the denominator? Just copy it. Okay, so 15. So it's already in the lowest term, no? So this is the final answer. Now let's go to the next example. We have here 23 and 3/4 plus 1/4. So this time we have mixed number or mixed fraction. In this case, we're going to add first the fraction. Okay, 3/4 plus 1/4. So add first the numerator. We have 3 plus 1. We have 4. over our denominator, which is 4, and copy the whole number. Okay, observe our fraction here. We have 4 over 4. If our numerator and denominator are the same, that fraction is equivalent to 1. So, let's add 4 over 4, the equivalent form of 4 over 4 to our whole number. So, 23 plus the equivalent form of 4 over 4, which is 1. So, it will give us 24. So, this is now our answer. So, 23 and 3/4 plus 1/4 will give us 24. Okay, now let's have the subtraction version. Version talaga. Okay? I'm just going to replace this one with subtraction. So, 23 and 3/4 minus 1/4. Also, we will start with the fractions. Subtract the numerator, 3 minus 1, that is 2, and copy the denominator, which is 4. And also our whole number. So, our answer is 23 and 2/4. Again, look at our fraction. We have 2/4 here. Is there a GCF? Because we're going to reduce it to lowest term, right? So, is there a GCF of 2 and 4? Yes, there is. We have, so let's do the continuous division. 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, therefore, we can reduce 2/4 by dividing these two numbers by the GCF, which is 2. So, let's copy first, or let's bring down the whole number, 23, and divide both numerator and the denominator by the GCF. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, our final answer is 23 and 1/2. So, when you subtract 1/4 from 23 and 3/4, it will give us 23 and 1/2. Now, let's go to the last example. We have 6 and 5 over 10 plus 3 and 3 over 10. So, let's do first the fraction. Add the numerator, 5 plus 3 equals 8. And copy the denominator, which is 10. And add now the whole number. So, 6 plus 3, that is 9. And look at our fraction here. Do we have a greatest common factor? Yes, we have 2. So, divide 8 and 10 by 2. But first, let's bring down the whole number, which is 9. So, GCF is 2. So, 8 divided by 2, that is 4 over 10 divided by 2, that is 5. So, 4/5 now is the lowest term of 8 over 10. So, our final answer is 9 and 4/5. So, when we add 6 and 5 over 10 and 3 over 10, it will give us 9 and 4/5. Okay? Now, let's do the subtraction. So, 6 and 5/10 minus 3 and 3/10. Also, same procedure, let's do the fraction. So, 5/10 minus 3/10. Subtract first the numerator. So, we have 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Copy the denominator, 10, and subtract the whole number. So, 6 minus 3 equals 3. So, 3 and 2, 10. Is 3 and 2/10 the lowest term? No, because we can still reduce 2 over 10 here. So, copy the whole number, or bring down. And 2/10 can be reduced. What is the GCF? We have 2. So, divide both numbers by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, that is 1. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, our final answer is 3 and 1/5. So, when we subtract 3 and 3/10 from 6 and 5/10, it will give us 3 and 1/5. Okay? I hope you learned something from today's lesson, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated with the latest video lessons.